Shalom, people of God. It's another day, and welcome to Matters of the Faith with Pastor Joshua Anyano. Today is another wonderful day by the grace of God, and we are going to be looking at a very important aspect of our Christian walk with God, which has to do with a bit of eschatology. And today, what we want to look at is in the book of Revelation, chapter 6. Some few months ago, I stumbled upon something very intriguing, and I don't know whether many have done a research in that area, but what I stumbled upon actually opened a can of worms, something that we must all be concerned and looked at as Christians. In this our Christian walk, many things have been said about what is said to happen. And Revelation chapter 6 is a very important scripture to a lot of people who are into issues of the end time. So today, we are going to be looking at the Pan-Arab colors and their correlation with Revelation chapter 6. That is the four horsemen. If I say the Pan-Arab colors, it means we are looking at Islam as a religion, one of the closest neighbors to Christianity. We are going to look at an intriguing prophecy in the scripture that seems to talk about them, or I would say that talks about them. You know, the book of Revelations was written around the 90s AD by John the Revelator. And for John to give us such an accurate details of a future event that is to spring forth after a religion that was founded around 600 AD, I think it's something that we must look at. I don't think the scriptures will be silent on the issue of Islam. It's believed that the Islamic religion is a close neighbor to Christianity, and most people use the Ishmael Isaac factor, to show they are somehow brothers. But any good apologist or any good Christian will know that there is a vast difference between the two. If you've done a lot of study on both religions, we all have different tenets. There seems to be some of the stories in Christianity or in the Christian Bible that can be found in the Quran. In fact, I had a Quran, I got interested, and I read a lot of it. In fact, a lot of chapters of the Quran, which they call Surah. But for John to give us such a long-range prophecy is so intriguing. Now, for the records, Islam was founded around 610 when Muhammad got his first revelation. The year 600 itself is something we must look at. Okay, the book of Revelation was written in AD 95 or 96. Others stretch it to AD 92. So for a prophecy to be written about 500 years before the discovery of Islam is something great and intriguing we must look at. Now, this video is not to talk about Islam as a religion, but we want to look at something that is so common among Islamic countries and its relation to Revelation chapter 6. I know Revelation chapter 6 have been interpreted in so many ways, but let's read before we come to the interpretation and what we want to look at today. I'm reading from the King James Version. Now, I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures saying with a voice like thunder, "Come and see." And I looked, and I behold a white horse. So note the word white down. He who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him. And he went out conquering and to conquer. And when he opened the second seal, I heard a second living creature saying, "Come and see." Another horse, fiery red. So we see the next color, red. And it was granted to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, and that the people should kill one another, and there was given to him a great sword. When he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, "Come and see." So I looked, and behold, a black horse. So note the color black. And he who sat on it had a pair of scales in his hand. 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, "A quart of wheat for a denarius, and 3 quarts of barley for a denarius, and do not harm the oil and the wine." 7. When he opened the fourth seal, I heard a voice of the fourth living creatures saying, "Come and see." So I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and the name of him who sat on it was Death, and Hades followed with him. And power was given to them over a fourth of the earth, to kill with sword, with hunger, with death, and by the beasts of the field. So we see 4 horses, 4 colors: white, red, black, and green. Now, why do I say green? So let us look at the root word. In Revelation chapter 6, the color described as pale, in many English translations, is derived from the Greek word chloros, which more accurately translates to green. Specifically, it is often understood to represent pale green or yellowish green color. So the Greek word is chloros. Now, the first time that word was used, the word chloros was used in the Bible, was in Mark chapter 6, verse 39. And I read, "And he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass," the chloros grass. So we see the same word, green. Now, the next time was in Revelation chapter 6, verse 8, which we read. Then we also see the same word in Revelation chapter 8, verse 7. Let's read. "The first angel sounded, and there followed hail and fire mingled with blood, and they were cast upon the earth. The third part of trees was burnt up, and all green grass was burnt up." The same word, chloros, the same root word. The strong number is 5515, 5515, or J5115. You can look up for it. The same word, chloros. Now, from the word chloros, we have the word chlorophyll, which has to do with plants. Revelation chapter 9, verse 4. "And it was commanded them that they should not hurt the grass of the earth, neither any green thing, neither any tree, but only those men which had not the seal of God in their foreheads." So we see a consistency. So in effect, we are going to have our 4 colors. We are going to have white, red, black, and green. Isn't it so interesting? So we just have to do a simple lookup. Check for the nations in this world, or the countries in this world, that have these 4 colors, or a blend of any as their national colors, and you are going to be surprised. In fact, over 90% of them, with the exception of Kenya and some few countries, are all Arabic countries or Islamic countries. Was this a coincidence? This is what we have to look at. So, what is the relation between this and the end times? Do you know that the popular organization that has been fighting Israel all this while, that's the Palestinians? Do you know their national flag? It has all these colors in it. How accurate could John be? If you don't believe the Bible, I don't think this is a propaganda, because Islam came in 610 AD. John wrote the book of Revelations, that is about 500 years before Islam came. The New Testament was written way before the advent of Islam. So, the Pan-Arabic colors or Pan-Arab colors, how did it come about? In fact, it is not a coincidence. The Pan-Arabic colors, if you can search it up online, they are made up of black, white, green, and red. Now, each of them was intended to represent an aspect of the Arab people and their history. The red stands for the blood of those who fought for independence, war, destruction, battles. So some say the battles of the people. White stands for peace and purity. The black stands for struggle or the dark period of oppression. Then the green stands for fertility and Islam. So the color of Islam is green. So you see a country like Saudi Arabia maintaining a green color with white in it. It is also believed that, or noted that, the black represents the black standard used by Rashidun or the Abbasid Caliphate. The white was the dynastic color of the Umayyad Caliphate. Then the green is a primary color of Islam, and it is a general color to represent the Caliphate. Green is also identified with the Fatimid Caliphate by some modern sources, though their dynastic color was white. Now, the Hashemites or the Hashemite dynasty had the red as their color. This color became popular, or their potency or the strength of this color was actually put forth or brought into being in the 14th century by an Arabic poet. His name was Safi al-Din al-Hili. In fact, he has a long name, which I'm hoping to be able to pronounce well. I'm not fluent in Arabic, so let's try. So his full name is Abu Masahisin Safiaddin Abdal Aziz ibn Saraya al-Hiya Tayi al-Simbisi. This is a long name. He was commonly known as Safia al-Din al-Hili or Safiddin al-Hili. He was a 14th century poet. Now, this is what he said. He said, white is our deeds, black is our battles, green our fields or tents, and red our swords. That's a simple definition. So every Arabic country or Arab or Islamic nation derive their source of inspiration from this poet. White our deeds, black our battles, green our fields or tents, and red our swords. Now, this man was one of the most celebrated poets, alongside Ibn Nubata or Nubata. They were celebrated poets in the 14th century. So in summary, the red dynastic color was used by the Hashemites. White, the dynastic color, was used by the Umayyads. That's 661 to 750 AD. And Fatimids, that is 909 to 1171, and the Rashidun Caliphate. Then the black standard was used by the Abbasids, that is from 750 to 1258 AD, and the Rashidun Caliphate. Green is also associated with the Rashidun Caliphate. This Arabic colors was used individually in the past, just as we see the Saudi Arabian flag, maintaining the green. But they were first combined in the year 1916 in the flag of the Arab revolt of the flag of Hejaz. So 1916 was the first time all these colors were combined into one. So we see current nations like Jordan, Kuwait, Palestine, Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic, United Arab Emirates, the popular country who has their capital as Dubai. Now, in the year 1950, the subset of the Pan-Arabic colors, which was a tricolor or three colors, white, red, and black, giving green a less prominence, was brought forth. It was inspired by the Egyptian Revolution of 1952. So the Egyptian Revolution became the basis of this three colors, where the green was not given preeminence. Could this also be a prophetic hint for us? Because we know that the last horse that is supposed to be riding is a green horse. I know some people or certain group have associated these colors to the papacy or Rome. But can we have a relook? I don't think Rome or the Roman Catholic system or denomination uses these three colors as their emblem. Now, talking about these tricolors, a country like Egypt, Iraq, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen use these tricolors, or that is red, white, black, with less emphasis on the green. So you are going to see some of the flags, the green looks more lighter. They don't give preeminence to it. They can use it as a crest or something, as we are seeing. In our discussion, we mentioned the word caliphate. Just to give you a gist, what is a caliphate? Caliphate is from the word caliph, which simply means a successor. A caliphate in Islam refers to a political or religious institution that represents the Muslim community, known as Ummah, after the death of the Prophet Muhammad. So this is led by a successor of the Prophet, usually known as the Caliph. This person is considered as a successor to Muhammad. The role of this Caliph or this person is to give guidance to the community in terms of religious and political affairs. In fact, they've had a long history, so it was something that they took so seriously. Now, this thing was so much enforced, especially from the 7th century till the 20th century. The word is from the Arabic word Khalifa, which means successor. So, beloved, let us look at certain countries, to present a burden of proof that has these colors we are talking about. Let us look at the current flag of nations with this pan-Arabic colors. So we see Egypt. So you see Egypt, the crest is quite pale, palish green or yellowish green. You see Iraq, you see Jordan, Kuwait, Libya, Oman, Palestine, Sudan, Syria, United Arab Emirates, Yemen, Western Sahara. As we said earlier, there are some Arabic countries that will not use all the four colors combined. They may combine a shade, either three of them, sometimes two of them. So you take a country like Algeria, they have the green, the red, and the white. Bahrain has red, and white. Qatar has the deep red and the white. Saudi Arabia has the color green with some Arabic inscription and a sword beneath that inscription. In fact, their flag has gone through some series of transformation, especially if you look at the 1938 to 1973 flag of Saudi Arabia, you realize that the sword is clearer. It's clearer. Now take a country like Tunisia. Tunisia, you look at the flag of Saudi Arabia, which has the dominant green and the white. So our fields or our tents combined with our deeds. Now we know the last horse rider is supposed to have the green color. That is the grand finale. It is pointing us to something. Where is this thing leading us to? Must we take a look more at Islam in relation to eschatology? The sword, a weapon. As we saw, the white with a bow, he went forth to conquer. We know Mecca is actually located in Saudi Arabia. Now, let's proceed. You see the flag of Tunisia. Tunisia has just the white and the red. You see the Palestinian organization or Palestinian Liberation Organization or Palestinian National Authority, PLO, with the four colors. You see the flag of Syria, also with that color. Now, aside the countries, we have the first level administrations also adopting these colors. Something like the Fayoum Governorate. You see the Azal region of Yemen adopting this color. We have former national flags adopting these colors. For instance, Hejaz, 1917 to 1920, they were using the black, green, red, and white. We have Syria, 1920. We have Syria, 8 March 1920 to 24 July 1920. Just some few months. We have Hejaz, 1920 to 26. The Kingdom of Hejaz. We have the mandatory Iraq and the Kingdom of Iraq, 1921 to 59. We have Transjordan, 1928 to 39. We have Syria. We have Egypt. We have the Arab Federation. We have the United Arab Republic. We have Iraq. We have North Yemen. We have Syria. We have Palestine. We have the Lower Jaffa or Yemen. We have the Mara Sultanate. We have Oman. Arab Islamic Republic, proposed in 1974, but it never came to fruition. We have Iraq. That's from 1921 to 2004, and also the same country from 2004 to 2008. They keep maintaining these colors. We have flags of Arab political and paramilitary movements using the Pan-Arabic colors. The flag of the Ottoman era, Istanbul-based Autonomous Arab Literature Club, that is 1909 to 15, a precursor to the Arab flag. We have the flag of the Arab movement used during the 1936 to 1939 Arab revolt. We have the National Liberation Front of Yemen. We have the flag of the Popular Front of the Liberation of Oman. Then we have the flag used by the Arab separatists and autonomous in Khuzestan, that is in Iran. We have the flag used by the separatist organizations, the National Council of Awas, National Liberation Movement of Awas in Khuzestan, Iran. We have the flag of the Arab Movement of Azawad, that's 2012 to present, and the flag of the Syrian Salvation Government. We have some Arab organizations that also maintain this color. For instance, the Arab League uses the green with the white. You see the crescent moon there. The flag of the Coalition Council for Arab of the Gulf. Then the Ba'ath Party. Now, what does this mean for Christians? It means that we need to take eschatology seriously. The things that were written in the scriptures were not written for writing's sake. The Bible contains prophecies about things that were because John was told that he was to write what he has seen, what has happened, and what is to happen hereafter. That is after 90s AD. Let's put it that way. So prophecy is right at our doorstep. When I saw these things, I was a bit surprised that many have not taken a look at this from this perspective. Now, what does it mean as a Muslim too? It means that you need to go back into the book of Revelations, look at Islam in the light of what has been written. Now, it tells us that we need to relook at our positions. As a Christian, of course, I will let you know that it is time to come to Jesus Christ, because Islam has already been described in this verses of the scriptures. I don't know the decision you will make after watching this video, but it's a material to help us to open up the discussions. It means that prophecy hasn't left Islam out of the picture. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to be discussed. There's a lot of changes to be made to our view of eschatology. If you've not considered Islam as a central part of your eschatology, then it is about time, because there are mosques almost everywhere and Islam is spreading. See, the average Muslim man would want to marry 4 wives in order to produce children who, of course, will be Muslims. Islam is spreading faster than we thought. Must we really look at the whole thing? How should we consider Islam? Isn't the scripture so bare and plain? What do you make of Revelation chapter 6? Is it so important that we must take a look at them properly? Now, these are questions you need to ask yourself. Is the popular Antichrist going to come from the Christian world or the Islamic world? In my previous eschatological position, I used to believe that the Roman Catholic Church was the one to produce the Antichrist we've been waiting for. But looking at this, it tells us something different. For instance, chapters like 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 will make more sense. That he will sit in the temple of God, claiming to be God. Now, what is sitting at where the temple of God was built previously? We have the Dome of the Rock, popularly believed to be on that land. Has so many things gone on at our blind side without us knowing? These are questions for you to answer. This has actually connected a lot of dots. Let us meet again in another video as we continue our apologetic journey of defending the Christian faith and polemic journey of ensuring that whatever we do align with the Christian faith. Shalom. I'll see you again. If you watch this video and it's interesting, you want us to produce more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe first. If you've not done that, press the bell icon to receive notification. Like, give us your comment. We want to hear your feedback. If you have answers to some of these questions we pose, you can put them at the comment section. We'll be reading them. But know that Jesus Christ is coming soon. Shalom.